All right.
Yeah, like my back was just out of there. I usually have like really bad back problems, and I've had pretty bad back problems since I was in like high school, because like I ran track and like we used to do like weight training and stuff like that, and like strength training. So like I think something happened to me back then when I was younger or something, because it's been like that since I was a teen, and when it hurts, like it usually doesn't hurt for as long as it's hurt like this past like week and a half. You know, like usually it'll come for a little bit, it'll hurt for a couple of hours, then it'll go away. Then it might come back for like the next day or so, but it never is an extended length of time like it's been lately. It's been really bad. Like I've just been in so much pain. Anyway, enough about me. This is just an excuse as to why I've been out of commission here lately. It's been really hard to make content. I've tried to stream a little bit, but not for very long. So that's pretty much been good with me. So we're gonna go ahead and start the podcast, guys. So I know that we haven't been doing Team Red for a little bit. Reason being, there's just been a lot going on. Last week it was my fault because my back was completely, like I could not sit at my desk. Like it was really bad. And considering that I was hosting this week, that's kind of a problem.
So we're started now?
Yes, and then the week before that, I think it's because there wasn't much news or something, so we just skipped a week or whatever. But last week we were supposed to come and do a podcast, but I was out of commission. So we're doing one this week. We're going to go ahead and delve into these topics, but first we're going to introduce our panel. And we're going to start with Coupon. Coupon, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the panel and tell them what you've been getting on and what's been going on your side of the world.
I'm alive and kicking. Haven't been streaming like I wanted to, but you know, life has been catching up to me and things are starting to look up. So hopefully That's things awesome. On the horizon. Yeah. Hopefully I can get myself back on my feet, move forward, start doing things. Who knows? Yeah. But for the most part, I've been gaming Data War. Data Boy. I've been playing a lot of Data Boy. Yeah. It has been a kicker ride, like greatest game ever.
That game is too good.
It's too good. It's too freaking good, and it's my life right now, and I enjoy it. I have also been playing a little bit of Overwatch. They had their event that just finished, so I finished playing that event and went back to Data Boy. But for the most part, just been chilling, kicking it, trying to get my life on track, and you know, just do me.
I feel you, man. All right, Alex, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the panel, let them know what's going on in your side of the world.
Mechanical keyboard in the background.
I know, right? He is typing away like frig.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Active Sid here. We're back. Team Red Talks Nintendo. I've been playing God of War. It's amazing.
Are you
go
live,
play
Alex?
it. No, I didn't want to today.
Okay.
I've been playing God of War. It's awesome. Go play it. It's amazing. One of the best games this generation. And I beat Wolfenstein 2 on PC. It's also a very good game. Highly underrated. I suggest you check it out. I think it's coming out on the Switch in June or July or something.
Yeah.
So if you have a Switch, get it there. Or you can pick it up on all the other consoles and PC as well. It's a very good game. You should check it out if you like shooters.
Yeah. As far as for me, like I told y'all, my back has been out of commission, so I ain't really been playing a lot of console games or PC games, really. So I've been playing Earthlock, which I actually got for review from Snow Castle Games. So I should be having an impressions coming up soon. Now that my back is feeling a lot better, I can actually be on camera and come and actually do regular videos again. Whoa, Coupon! Out of control.
I didn't finish it.
So aside from playing Earthlock, before my back was hurting, I was playing God of War. Daniel also been playing God of War with me, so we've been doing like a couple play some God of War. It's been really dope, man. God of War is too good. The only thing that I could say as far as God of War, that's like a gripe, but it's not like a serious gripe. But sometimes the camera kind of gets on my nerves.
Yeah, it does. does.
And the font for the menus is like hella small. Hopefully they update that joint again and make
I didn't notice that.
Make the menu like
I don't really notice it because my eyesight is poor and I have to sit on my bed. So, but I don't really care that much. It ain't that big a deal.
It's really hard to see if you're playing on like a TV, but like if you're like playing on a monitor and you're like right there in front of the monitor, it's not that big of a deal. And also another thing that I've been playing on my Switch is a game called Manticore Galaxy on Fire, which is a really good game if you like space stuff. I like space stuff. So I really like it. It's really like it pretty much puts you in the mind of Star Fox. Like it's an arcadey
like a good Star Fox or a Star Fox Zero Star Fox?
Like an actual good Star Fox minus Slippy the Toad.
That'll work.
So I'm sorry to break the news to you guys. Manticore Galaxy on Fire does not have a replacement for our favorite Star Fox character, Sleepy the Toad.
Pass.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Shit is trash.
But I really like it though because like it's very like customizable and like there's some really dope boss fights, like dog fights with different bosses and like regular enemies and stuff. And it's not all boss fights either. Like sometimes you're just like doing specific missions and you kind of get distracted if like an onslaught of enemies comes to try to like fight you. So like you try to prioritize fighting the people who are trying to kill you or like getting a mission done or whatever. So it's like really different things that you can do. It's not one note and I really like that. The game is actually very, very nice looking for the Nintendo Switch. I really love playing it in handheld mode, to be honest. It's so good in handheld mode. I mean, it's good in both modes, but it's really good in handheld mode. Like, it's a great game if you just need something to, like, pick up and play for the Switch. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. So we're going to go ahead and delve into these topics. And just to kind of give you guys a little bit of how we're going to be doing the podcast today. The topics that we're talking about today, we don't have very many of them, but they are very, I feel like, important topics because these topics, especially this one in particular, could be very influential in the way that Nintendo's business goes forward from here on out. So you guys will be able to come in on the conversation when we talk about that. But let's go ahead and get some of these smaller things out of the way first. So we're going to go ahead and delve into our first topic tonight, which is about Nintendo's E3 plans. So to those of you guys who have been living under a rock, Nintendo's E3 plans consist of the following. So they're going to be doing a Splatoon 2 World Championship on June 11th and 12th. On the 12th, they're going to be doing a Super Smash Bros. Invitational. And they're going to be doing a video presentation on June 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's 11 a.m. Central Time. And then it is 9 a.m. Pacific Time. So it's going to be, I guess, their digital event or their E3 Direct or whatever they're going to be considering.
Whatever they call it this year.
And then there also is going to be a Treehouse Live gameplay, interviews and stuff like that on June 12th through June 14th. Your
Nightbot is going crazy deleting comments.
He's flipping the heck out in there.
What is happening with Nightbot right now?
He over here silencing Afran. Like, dude, chill. He didn't do nothing.
What the freak? Leave Arfred alone.
Turn your Nightbot off or give him a timeout. Shoot.
I don't know how to do that, to be honest. Let's see. Mod Nightbot.
Nightbot, go to sleep. I wish you could put a command in. Nightbot, go to sleep.
I think there is a command, but I don't know how to do. I don't think I set it up for YouTube. It's only for Twitch.
Oh dang.
So this E3 is supposed to be centered around Smash Brothers, sort of like how E3 2014 was. But I'm of the impression that even though this is going to be centered around Smash Brothers, because like Smash Brothers is the hypeness, of course, even if they show other stuff other than Smash Brothers, most people are going to care about Smash Brothers. I'm still of the opinion that they're going to be showing other things. So I know
I want to see Yoshi.
You want to see Yoshi. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. What do y'all want to see at E3 this year? Or what are y'all looking forward to seeing that we already know is going to be there?
Fire Emblem,
Smash
I guess.
Yeah.
Smash, Yoshi.
Yoshi.
What else is coming this year that's supposed to... Oh, I want to see Pokemon.
Yeah.
You think they're going to show Pokemon at E3? Or you
They might.
Of course they're going to show it.
They might show it.
I feel like Pokemon is such a big deal. It could have its own event and get more.
It could. Like, but they might show us a little bit. They might do what they did.
I'm not saying that they won't. You know.
They might do what they did with that one. I forgot that one.
They'll probably just show a little bit and then like a small trailer.
Yeah, and they give us like a full-on, by itself, Pokemon special.
Yeah, Pokemon will get its own direct eventually.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
For sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
So as far as for me, I don't know, man. I like Smash Brothers, but I really hope that E3 is not all Smash Brothers. Like how one year they did only Zelda. Like that was cool
think so.
Because I love Zelda, but I don't want them to just focus on that one game. Like
Smash is just a fucking fighting game. You can't have your whole show about it.
You can't really have you really can't. Like they know better. They should know better at least that's not going to sustain.
Because remember when they had their show and they said it was mostly about Mario Odyssey, they still had a lot of other stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's true.
So I think it'll be more stuff that I think there's some more because we don't know a lot of stuff that they're showing that they might have some stuff that we don't know about.
A lot of third-party stuff.
Yeah, it's good. I hope so. I hope they show a lot of third-party stuff and some stuff that we didn't even expect.
To be honest, maybe I'm just saying this because the Switch has just kind of got me like feeling confident in Nintendo's brand again. But I honestly feel like this E3, like they're gonna knock our socks off. Like I think
we're gonna get some new IPs.
Like I think that's what I want to say. With some big stuff this year, to be honest.
I think it's gonna be a very good year. Good show.
I think it'll be a good year. I think they have something for us, but I want to say that they're gonna throw in some maybe 2-3 IPs. I want to say 2 new IPs. I want to get way out there, but I want to say maybe they got 2 new IPs that we don't know about.
So let me set this up for you. If you had a dream E3 from Nintendo, what do you want to see? The E3 of your dreams from Nintendo means what?
Really,
I want to see a new Star Fox. I want to see Mario Odyssey DLC, Mario Kart DLC, some Zelda real DLC, not some bullshit DLC.
Yeah, real Zelda DLC.
What else do I want? Obviously, I want to see Yoshi. I want
to see some new IPs. Definitely.
Love to see Bayonetta 3.
Definitely.
What else? A Waluigi game would be nice.
It would be nice.
Waluigi Wario Heist game needs to come.
Yeah, that's Grand Theft. That's what I want.
I want.
That's game of the generation right there. Grand Theft. Yeah, our fans snowboard kids.
No Filter, a Nintendo podcast, says that they better knock our socks off because Nintendo 2018 so far has been horrible.
It's been a soft first half year.
It's been pretty soft, yeah.
But it's been a soft year, but let's not pretend like you're still not catching up to the stuff that you missed in 2017.
Their second half of this year is very good, but the first half has been
the first half is slow.
I'll say this. It's not that Nintendo's 2018 has been horrible. It's just been really slow.
It's slow.
If you already had a Wii U.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have a Wii U, Nintendo still got stuff that you want to play right now.
Right.
Definitely.
If you had a Wii U, like me, I don't really care about what's on the Switch right now, to be honest, because I've played this stuff. Of course, I'm gonna double dip for Hyrule Warriors because I'm a shield for Zelda.
Right, we love shields, but it's whatever.
But like, I'm not hyped for it. I just know that I like.
This is like the first half of this year is more for like the people who skipped out on the Wii U because a lot of the stuff is from the Wii U era. So. Kudos to them for bringing in some of the stuff that people might have missed, because you gotta admit people wanted to play those games, they couldn't justify getting a Wii just for those games, and I don't
justify the console.
I don't blame them whatsoever. So they're bringing those games over. Great. The first half of this year is for that, and they're saving everything for E3, and then the rest of the year is probably going to be bomb diggity.
Yeah, if you didn't have a Wii U, then yeah, Donkey Kong's right around the corner. Yeah. Donkey Kong's a must-play game. Hyrule Warriors is
I would suggest waiting until they put Donkey Kong as a Nintendo Select. But
Donkey Kong will probably go down relatively quickly, but that's a great game. Like I think it's worth the price if you've never played it. But for us, we've all played it before, so I can't do it again. I can't pay full price for that game twice.
Yeah, definitely not.
But that's an excellent platformer. Hyrule Warriors, that's a good game too. If you haven't played it, there's a lot of content there. Yeah. The storyline's actually pretty fun too. I didn't care much for the adventure mode. I thought that was just random nonsense.
Like
there's a lot of random. It's like a boss fight type.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that, but I liked the main campaign.
The main story is
the main story was actually not bad considering the genre.
Yeah.
Like for Hyrule Warriors, if you're like an achievement junkie, it's definitely for you because there's achievements all across the board.
Yeah, they're like mindless challenges. Like they really don't really add anything. Personally, I don't
it's
think
a Dynasty Warriors game. Let's just throw that out there with Zelda on top. You're not going to get anything special.
Or they don't really add anything. I'm not going to say they don't add anything to the game because extra content is always great. But they don't really add anything to your experience in the game, if that makes sense.
It's a Dynasty Warriors game with the Zelda skin on top of it. So if you played a Dynasty Warriors game, you played them all. But for this one, you get to relive, you get to feel like, a little powerful with Link and the rest of the crew, just, running around and playing all the heroes that you normally don't get to play in a Zelda game.
For example, like, when it comes to games like, for example, I'm just going to use Smash Brothers since it's right on my screen right now. Like, in Smash Brothers, like, the challenges actually mean something because they're actually helping you become a better player in the game. Like, for example, like, when it comes down to Smash Brothers, I'm not really, like, an online player. I don't really play online like that. But stuff like break the targets and then like the sandbag game, like those games actually contribute.
No, don't.
Like they do, but like they contribute to your gaming experience because they're teaching you things about how to play the game. You know what I mean? But like the challenges in like Hyrule Warriors, for example, like they're just there just to kind of give you stuff to do. They're not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just kind of mindless games, like mindless little mini games. So I'll say that. But it's getting back on the topic of E3. For what I want to see at E3, because I'm not going to say that Nintendo's 2018 has been bad, because I understand that I'm looking at it for more of my experience because I've already had a Wii U. I've already played these games.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll just say that it's been a very soft 2018. So I need a reason to be pumped and excited to play my Nintendo Switch again for the rest of the year. And I feel like the way that Nintendo could do that is pretty much what Coupon said. I want to see some new IPs. And I don't mean like new IPs like little games like Dylan's Rolling Western and stuff like that. Like those games are cool, but I need I need a
new big Nintendo IP that's just going to rock our socks off.
Take my life.
I need that new IP that Nintendo is so good at making. Like Splatoon did a great job.
I feel like Splatoon is that type of game.
Like Splatoon did a good job and it was great and everything. And I enjoyed it immensely when I played it. Right. It's just the way that they rolled it out kind of took some of the hype away from it. It stole my excitement because it was like they were rolling it out slowly and giving us stuff bit by bit, like, with like breadcrumbs. Right. I don't want them to do that. If they come out with a new IP, it first need to be fire. And it has to have that Nintendo essence of it. And you better give me every bit of content I deserve because I'm not going to be sitting up here spending those $60 on a freaking game and I have to get breadcrumbs. We didn't pay $60 for breadcrumbs. We paid $60 for a full-fledged freaking game. Give me my game. Thank you very much, Nintendo.
That aside, thank you for your commentary.
Not a side bitch.
And I appreciate your commentary. Well, but that aside, I need a game that is going to, like, take my life. Like, when Splatoon came out, like, it was low on content. But once that content came, like, that game was my life for a little bit. And then I kind of weaned off of it after the newness kind of wore off. You know what I mean? Like, I need a game that I could come in and it's gonna really, like, immerse me into that world. It's gonna really immerse me with that gameplay or whatever it is that they bring to the table. Like, that's what I need to see, okay? I'm hoping, and I know we get tired of talking about Retro Studios because they ain't shown nothing yet, but I'm hoping that new IP is Retro's game. It needs to be, because if they've been doing all this work for all
tell
these
us what
years
they're
and
doing.
ain't shown nothing, if Retro's game is not a game that's gonna have me completely immersed, they are done. I'm done. I'm done with
I'll
that.
say this: if Retro has like some, I don't know, if Retro come out talking about some remake or some dumbness like that, or
It
some
better not be
old
new.
game that we haven't seen in years,
it'll be something new.
it needs to be new. It just needs to be new.
It's been too long to be
It's
something.
been too long that they've been working on this secret project.
It needs to be either something new or something old that they're bringing back that we ain't seen.
I don't want no old. I want new.
I want something new. I don't want.
I want new. I don't want old at all. I'm over that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the reason why I say it could be something old that you haven't seen in a while. I'm okay with that because they could bring a newness to it. Like for example, like with Kid Icarus Uprising. Like, it's an old IP because it was here on the NES.
Yeah, like if they come up with a new one. Yeah,
right.
If they come up with a new version of it, that'd be
I'd rather see what they can do with their
with a new IP altogether. Yeah,
their own complete idea. Yeah. I totally feel that. Yep.
I think they've earned it at this point.
I think so too.
They have.
I hope they've given them that. I hope that's what they're doing.
I agree with that. And of course, I would love to see like some real tangible Metroid something, whether it's
There's no way. It's too early.
I don't know if they're gonna show gameplay, but like a trailer, so we at least know the direction of where they're going.
I also would like to chime in with, can we have Shaq Fu on the Switch? I know they're like protesting against it right now.
It is coming to the Switch.
But I want my Shaq Fu. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's coming to the Switch. They already confirmed.
Yeah, I'm getting it for free because I bought that stupid basketball game.
You're so salty about that game.
What game did you buy?
That NBA Playgrounds game.
Oh, so they give it to you free for that?
And
yeah, because they didn't give the online. It took them like 6 months.
Yeah.
So they said you can have Shaq Fu for free.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. And Cloudy Mind Gaming made a very good point. I would love a Morphe's Law release date, but the way that they sound on Twitter, like they're really trying to make sure they get this game right before.
I want them to take their time on that because I really think that's going to be a nice little Nindy hit.
Yeah,
so I want them to take their time.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to rush. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I want to play it. So cool. I do hope they give us a release soon. But if they're not ready, I would hope that they finish it first and then give us a release.
For sure. I feel like Morphe's Law is gonna have that Splatoon effect. Like it's gonna be like a new and novel idea that'll keep it interesting just because it's new.
I just want to play it because it looks so silly. It's like Sean be making everybody's butts big.
For sure. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. So the next topic is about the 3DS. I know y'all get tired of talking about the 3DS, but I feel like this is
Nia. This is all Nia.
I'm just saying, like it's still part of Nintendo's business going forward.
We need to make it as irrelevant as possible so Nintendo can stop thinking about the 3DS and move straight exclusively to the Switch.
That 3DS is like that drunk uncle at your barbecue. Nobody wants him there. But
no one wants him there, but you can't tell him. But you can't be there
because he's done
because your mom will be mad at you or something.
You got to keep him there because that one time he paid the rent. So you got to repay him and just let him hang around to feel important. That's the 3DS.
I feel like the 3DS is like what we've been saying before. They're going to keep it around until the Nintendo Switch's sales catch up to the 3DS. Yeah. But it's not going to be anything of like, important.
I just hope they bring like the really good 3DS games over to the Switch and move on from there. And just keep the shovelware on the 3DS. I'm sorry, 3DS guys, but y'all get the shovelware. We get the
Well, like, you can already see they're winding down. They're just doing.
They are winding down.
That's already happening.
Yeah, they're doing collections and smaller games now.
Yeah, definitely, which is fine.
Right. So let's
like, it's cool. It's cool that they're still supporting it. Like that's good.
Yeah, they didn't just outright stop.
But it's not anything substantial, so that's all too. So let's hear what they got to say. So the headline goes, Nintendo prepares new 3DS games for 2019 and beyond. So here are some quotes from Kimishima. He says, "We will continue the Nintendo 3DS brand by leveraging its install base and rich software library. We believe that it's important to leverage the rich library of Nintendo 3DS series titles to drive sales with existing Nintendo 3DS owners as well as with consumers who recently purchased the Nintendo 3DS hardware, and are investigating strategies for doing so." And then he also went on to say, that in addition to the titles currently on sale, we have announced the coming release of titles shown here. We are even partnering new software for release in 2019 and beyond. Our plan is to continue maintaining this business by taking advantage of new titles like these. And these are the titles he's talking about. May 2018, we're getting Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers.
Should have been on Switch.
Which I also agree should have been on Switch. June 2018, Sushi Striker Way of the Sushido, which looks whack. July 2018, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is also coming to Switch. August 2018, WarioWare Gold. Later in 2018, Luigi's Mansion Remake. And then sometime in 2019, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. And so that goes on to say that there was also something that Kimishima here said that he thinks that the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS can coexist together. And here's a quote from him. Consumers purchased Nintendo 3DS systems in numbers we expected last fiscal year, which is true. They had a very weirdly enough, they've had a very high increase of people who actually purchased a 3DS last year. I remember we talked about those numbers, and it's like, why are people still buying these? Anyway,
yeah, it was the highest holiday ever.
It was crazy. Like, why? It has an ample software lineup at a price point that makes the system affordable, especially for parents looking to buy for their kids. We expect that demand to continue during this fiscal year as well, so we will continue to sell the product, which makes sense. It's still selling, so they're not going to get rid of it right away. As long as they don't bring anything substantial and get all of the good games on the Switch, I don't care. And then he goes, also, given that Nintendo Switch is a home gaming system that can be taken on the go, the situation may change if it grows from being a one per household system to a one per person system, which is what they're aiming for, by the way. But the price of Nintendo Switch is not something with which most parents would buy a system for every one of their children in a short period of time. Moving forward, we will work to ascertain what kinds of play people want at which price points, as long as there is such a demand. We will continue to sell the Nintendo 3DS system. I see the product coexisting with the Nintendo Switch at this point in time. So there you have it, folks. 3DS ain't dead just yet. What y'all gotta say about this, man?
No, kill it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it makes sense. I mean, I'm very much aware that they're not going to just throw it out the ballpark because it's still selling pretty well, and it's an easier, easier for like parents to buy for their kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that they want to make sure that they get the Switch in the hands of individuals as opposed to households. Perfect. Because it is a handheld, so to speak. It is a handheld. But they got to make it to where it's more beneficial to parents to get for their kids individually as opposed to just getting one for the whole household. Right. So they got to tread lightly, because if they just up and delete the 3DS, it wouldn't be good. They'll lose a lot of revenue.
Yeah. It makes too much money to get rid of.
Yeah, definitely. So it's not going anywhere.
I know that everybody's like down on the 3DS and they want the 3DS to die, but I'm actually of the opinion that I'm okay with the 3DS as long as it's not hindering what type of experience we're getting on the Switch.
That's how
as long I've moved on. I don't give a rat's ass about the 3DS, but as long as it's not affecting my Switch experience, it can last another 10 years for all I care.
If I'm not watching directs all the time and there's like a more about the 3DS than there is about the Switch, that is a problem. But
that's
so far we've seen the Switch being the focal point, and 3DS has just been kind of like, and by the way, here's what we got on the 3DS.
Yeah, like
that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. Like the Captain Toad is a cross game. That's cool. I think there's another game that's like that too. It's coming out on Switch and 3DS. Like that kind of stuff makes sense because some people just aren't ready to move on to the Switch. Right. But that doesn't mean the Switch shouldn't keep getting games.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, as long as the focal point is the Switch and 3DS is secondary, that's fine. And it looks
it clearly is.
It clearly is. Like, Pokemon's no longer
on 70 million already. Like, it's going to hit a plateau anyway.
And they've literally removed Pokemon from 3DS. So, that says a lot.
Once Pokemon officially makes that jump, then we know what time it is.
It's like they literally told you, hey, no more Pokemon on 3DS. Sorry, but not sorry.
Because when you think about it, that's pretty much what kind of drives the direction
people who like Pokemon are going to have to make that move over.
But not even that, but like anytime there's a Pokemon present on a Nintendo platform, that's what kind of drives
a lot of people.
what am I
Yeah,
trying
like
to say?
Pokemon being moved to the Switch shows that they're basically done.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was trying
pretty
to
much
say.
letting them know, because that's
It
where
pretty much
Pokemon
drives
lived for the longest.
when and where software is going to be supported on a particular platform. When they
Yeah.
stopped putting Pokemon games on a DS, on the original DS, and moved them to the 3DS, that's when we knew, okay, well now it's officially time to jump ship. Because when Pokemon jump ship, it's officially time to jump ship.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Everybody.
Like, Pokemon's
You know what I
the
mean?
main game.
So once Pokemon officially comes to Switch, 3DS people, they're not going to have any choice but to come over to this.
Well, I mean, Nintendo already said that Pokemon's not gonna be on 3DS anymore.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not about jinxing it. They already made that announcement.
Said it.
They've already said that. It's
They
a
already
wrap.
made the announcement. It's a wrap. It's already on the Switch. The next Pokemon is the new Pokemon going forward on Switch.
Basically.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about something that triggers me.
Oh boy.
Did someone say triggered?
Trigger?
So,
I don't know.
new Nintendo Switch Online information is coming in May. So there's not a whole lot of information about this. This is just something that has been said by, I don't remember who, but it was translated on Reset Era. And it states, the information states Nintendo Switch Online, a paid subscription service that will expand the online functionality of Nintendo Switch, will begin in September this year, which we already knew. It continues, the service will provide consumers with a richness of online features that will allow them to continuously enjoy the Nintendo Switch. More information will be presented on our website in early May. So, It's May.
Where my shit?
Nintendo says early May, but you know they really
They
mean
don't mean earlier.
They mean like the middle of May, kind of close.
Middle
to
of
the
May,
end of
kind of, sort of later, past May,
Nintendo's
whatever.
time
But
schedule is all jacked up.
they never give you a direct date. It's always an idea. It's like early September or something like that, and you're just supposed to guess. All I'm saying is when they give us this information, I don't want any vague information. I'm done with vagueness. I need to know a rundown of what we are
Supposedly, we're supposed to be getting that information on the website in early May. So they're not going to have a direct or anything about this. They're just going to
be on the website.
Yes, they're just going to stealth release it on the website.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, because they don't want people. They don't want the backlash right away.
And let me tell you,
Ooh,
if that information,
it sounds like that's what it is.
Like I don't think it's really direct worthy, to be honest.
It really isn't, but I mean, it's not. I mean, nobody really wants to sit through a direct.
It's just talking about an online system. This is something
Yeah.
we've been doing on other consoles for over a decade. So
They're just now getting into it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I don't think it needs to be direct worthy either. My thing is, if this online information we supposed to be getting this month is still hella suspect, y'all already know I'm coming on a video with that rant. I don't care if it's $20. I'm wrecking this online service if it's still garbage, and that's just
Y'all are hilarious.
And it's gonna be a very triggering.
I think it's gonna be bare bones because it's $20.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an excuse.
It's not a good excuse, but I mean, unless they make us pay $60, that's just reality. We're not going to get the service we.
You're not going to get the same features as Xbox.
We're not.
I'm not expecting to get the same features as Xbox, but I'm not expecting garbage neither.
No, we shouldn't get garbage.
Not garbage, just basic.
But it's gonna be basic.
Like I'm not
this is how I'm looking at it. Now look, this is me. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of what we've seen already. I think they're just gonna give us a few extra little tidbits, and that's pretty much it. I don't think they I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be all that great. $20.
I don't think it's gonna be all that great either.
Well,
I'm
just hoping that the cell phone thing is gone.
That's all I'm asking.
That's all I'm asking.
I don't have to have like retail games every like month like PlayStation and Xbox have it. I don't have to have all that. I don't have to have like built-in Twitch streaming. Like I don't have to have all that. But give me basic stuff and give it to me natively. That's all I'm asking.
No Filter, a Nintendo podcast in our chat says, I'm thinking it will be different, missing some of the stuff we expect, but adding new things we never would have expected.
But if those new things that we never would have expected don't enhance my experience, then I don't care.
Right.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
It's a good point. No Filter, that's a good point. But like she said, if it's not something, the stuff we never expected doesn't really do it for me, it's not really, it's kind of pointless. It's like, okay.
Like if they say, oh yeah, it's gonna give me some things I would have never expected. Like for example, you can count my steps whenever I have it in my pocket. I don't care. Give me basic stuff. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, let's just assume that they better have gotten rid of the whole cell phone, whatever the frick doodad thing that they were trying to do. They got rid of that. They have the actual voice chat and stuff on the console itself, on the handheld, whatever you call it. Cool, great. That's one thing. The internet is decent. You're not always getting booted off and stuff like you are currently. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Yeah. But the online is still good. You still get your basic stuff. You can actually see who's online. You can actually send messages. You can, and send, and pop and do your usual stuff. The stuff that we normally could, some of the stuff we could do on the Wii U, we can't do right now. Yeah. So give us that and some other stuff. Basic stuff that we normally would get from an online service on the console, and I'm cool.
Man, I'm gonna get
because it's $20. I don't expect it to be all big and bold and exciting and stuff.
I'm gonna get off this topic, but I'm just letting y'all know now. When we get this information and this junk is trash, y'all gonna hear my mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. So now let's talk about our main topic. Okay. Because y'all know I can rant about this. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's talk about our main topic for today, which is about Nintendo's new president. So, we all knew that President Kimishima was supposed to be an interim president until they found someone new. But I think most of us were kind of hoping that he would stick around.
He was staying on. Yeah.
He's been doing such a great job.
He's a Yakuza lord. Like, we need the Yakuza lord.
But you know what? It was funny.
He old as fuck, though.
The funny thing is, we loved him, and we didn't know anything about him. All we saw was a picture of him.
We saw the picture, and it was the best thing ever.
That meme with the glasses.
Yeah, that meme with the glasses was perfect. It's like, yes, we have a Yakuza boss for president.
And we loved him since then. He didn't even do anything, but... we got
that's all we needed.
And then we see this dude, and we're like, what the fuck is this?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous because...
wet behind the ears.
Because he's supposed to be, like, the real deal president. He's not an interim president like Kimishima. I think that's the reason why, another reason why we didn't put so much pressure on Kimishima in the beginning, because it was understood that he was only the interim president. Yeah. And now this guy is the real deal for real.
So now we got more expectations of him because you are a long haul dude. You're going to be in here for the long haul.
There you go. And I'm not going to lie. A part of me is a little apprehensive because I don't know this dude. I've never heard of this dude before. I don't really know his resume. So we're going to talk about it now. So let's talk about everything that we know about Nintendo's next president. So, first of all, he's a younger guy. Yeah. He is 46 years old. And I don't know why people feel the need to bring that up, but I guess it's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. To be fair, when Iwata became the president of Nintendo, he was a younger dude as well. And he brought a lot of fun things to the table. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why people are like, oh, he's a young guy. But the thing with this dude is he seems like he's a lot more business-minded, actually, than what Iwata was when Iwata became president. So let's
because Iwata was a game developer.
Yeah, he was like a straight up just game developer. So he had that quirky personality because he's coming from the perspective of a guy who made games. This guy is coming from the perspective of a guy who enjoys games because it says here he's a lifelong gamer.
He was a banker or something.
Right, but he's also a business dude. So he likes games. He has an appreciation for the game. So he's not just some dude in a suit, but he also knows the business end of the game business and pretty much how to run a business in general outside of games. So let's see what he's done. What does it say here? He's educated in a cosmopolitan. That doesn't tell me what he's done though. Just tell me
graduate of a prestigious.
He graduated from a prestigious school, which is cool. Whatever. Most people who do this do. His dad is an animator who he worked on 1980 Speed. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Oh, hey, it says that he spent 11 years working at Nintendo of Europe's headquarters in Germany.
Okay, so he's got experience working in a Western gaming development or Western gaming division. So that's important. I don't know. It doesn't tell me what he's worked. I haven't seen that yet.
NASA speaking, I'm just reading it real quick. He speaks fluent English.
Yes, he speaks fluent English, which is actually really good.
Really good.
Not that it's a necessity.
It's just something that, so you don't need to hear voiceovers if he has to make it up. That shit is whack.
But it doesn't say here where he used to work. But from what I'm hearing from what other people have been saying, that he's actually like a real deal like business dude. Like home dude has been in the business world doing things for a hot minute. So let's talk about some things that he plans on doing when he officially becomes ushered in, which is in June. I think they said June 28th or something like that. He's supposed to be officially ushered in as the new president.
Yeah.
So I'm reading an article here from Nintendo, My Nintendo News, and it says that Nintendo president says that Kimishima has said that the new president, Mr. Furukawa, has spent the last 2 years mapping out Nintendo's future. So this is a quote from Kimishima. So he says that Furukawa was chosen as new president because he knows how to get the most out of development teams, and he has apparently spent the last 2 years mapping out Nintendo's future. What that consists of, we don't really know as of yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about it, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, June is around the time that they have their quarterly meetings, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong in that or not. So we're probably going to know more about his plans around that time when he's officially ushered in, and then they have like their press conferences and stuff like that. So one thing that we know for sure that he plans on doing is working really, really hard on the mobile aspect. So here there's an article from VentureBeat that says Nintendo's new president hopes Silver Bullet will blast iOS and Android game sales into Switch territory. So I don't want to read all of this here. So I'll just read a little bit from the article. It says, according to Nikkei, Furukawa is looking for a mobile success akin to Pokemon Go, which Nintendo believes succeeded because Niantic transformed Pokemon's story and gameplay to smartphone strengths. But he candidly said that he doesn't know which upcoming title will be able to rival Pokemon. And then this is a quote from him. I can't say that there are any like that. Blah, I cannot read today. I can't say that there are any that are like that in development, Furukawa told Nikkei. A possible disappointment for those expecting big things from the as-yet released Mario Kart Tour, Dragalia Lost, which they are partnering with Cygames about, which we will talk about, and then The Legend of Zelda, all of which are in the works for iOS and Android. I didn't know that they were making a Zelda app.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
What?
They said so.
Oh, I missed
I don't
that.
remember that one.
I must have missed that one.
So, how do you guys feel about him trying to... What am I trying to say? Trying to really delve deeper into this whole smartphone thing. I know that's something that Nintendo has been talking about for the last couple of years, and it started with, you know, the whole DNA partnership, and then it's kind of like springboarded into a completely different arena where they're actually doing very well in the mobile space. But he's also saying that he hopes that those mobile efforts springboard back into Switch and get more people more interested in the Switch. So how do y'all feel about that?
See, I'm thinking on this on the Japanese standpoint. In Japan, they're nothing but mobile games. Nothing but they play mobile because they always have their phones with them. So it makes sense for them to go mobile.
Yeah.
In the Western world, sure, there's a lot of mobile games and stuff. People play them and all that stuff. But it's more of the PC type of deal over here and more of a console type of deal over here.
Right.
So, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. You want to get the people involved with Nintendo who normally wouldn't be by opening doors to them via the mobile market.
Right.
And they'll be more interested in maybe playing more Nintendo games on the Nintendo console platform. If, you know, like, hey, where can I get more Nintendo games? Well, the Switch is out and it's the newest platform available. Go get it. Yay, cool, yeah, sure. So that makes sense. At the same time, it's kind of iffy, but I mean, they haven't really been doing too horribly so far with some of their most of their mobile games. They've been doing pretty good, pretty decently. And, you know, it is opening a window to more people into the Nintendo market. But I don't know. We'll just have to see going forward. Hopefully they don't. I'm pretty sure that their mobile their mobile house or whatever, you know, developers, whatever, are different from what's going on with the console 3DS market and stuff. Which is hopefully those two are separate. I'm pretty sure those two are separate. Yeah. So I don't have any problems with that. It's just if they start merging all that, that's when it's going to get convoluted, and who's going to be the major focus, mobile or Switch.
Right.
But so far so good. I mean, as long as they keep them separate, I think they'll be fine.
And one thing that I also forgot to mention is that he says that his goal, he says that his goal is for smartphone games to be one of the aspects of their business that they expand to the most. His goal is to build a 100 billion yen, which is 910 million US dollars, business solely for mobile games. And as of now, the mobile game business is giving them maybe about 4% of their total revenue, bringing in about $358 million to Nintendo's bottom line. So that's a big hike that he wants to bring into the fold with this mobile situation here. So one thing that I can say, and I know it was kind of one of the things that Alex was talking about the other day when we were kind of talking about this in our private chat, was the kind of the fear of them focusing so much on their mobile side that they kind of get a little bit lax on their console side if it becomes situations where the mobile side is becoming such a high commodity. It has such a high demand that it's making significantly more money than their dedicated services and their dedicated platforms. I don't know. I really just don't know how I feel about that. Like, I understand that at this current juncture, like, Nintendo's in-house developers aren't the ones who are making the games. It's DNA who's going to be making the mobile games. And now, more recently, Cygames, which they're just now partnering with, which is one of the other headlines in news this week. But it is concerning. That's a lot of money that he wants to bring in with mobile. So what do you think about this, Alex?
Like, I get why he wants to do it. It's an easy way to reach a lot of people. Everyone has a smartphone nowadays. And as long as they keep everything separate, then it's not really a big deal. But I would prefer they don't focus so much on cell phones, just because I want the Switch to get as much attention as possible.
Yeah.
But as of right now, there doesn't seem to be too much to worry about as long as they keep on the same kind of course. But like, he says he wants to invest a lot more into cell phones, so we'll see what that entails, because they've already made a Mario game, they've already done Fire Emblem, they're doing Mario Kart, they're doing Zelda, they already did Animal Crossing. Like, what else is next? Like, those are all the major IPs. And they had Pokemon, of course, already, which is a huge success.
Right. I just think that it's interesting how this guy... I mean, I understand that he's had 2 years to think about this because he knew...
Yeah.
He probably knew... Well, I'm sure he knew ahead of time that they were looking at him as probably becoming the new president.
He must have, yeah.
Because he's been planning the future of Nintendo for 2 years. And that was about the time that Kimishima became, like, president, right? Wait, was it 2015 or 2016? Somewhere around that time.
2016, I think.
When did Iwata pass away? Was that 2015?
I think no, that was 2016.
2016. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that he knew he was in the running, and it's just kind of interesting that he's like this new guy, like he's not even ushered in yet, and he's already got like this big, really, really big, ambitious plan. Like he's got some nads on him. I'll say that much. Like that's a pretty big venture. Anyway, so let's talk about his future plans. So this is reading from My Nintendo News. And just so you guys know, after this article, we're going to delve into questions. So make sure that you guys are following the Discord link that Coupon has put inside of the chat. Because after this, we're taking questions. Okay? So he's explaining right now his vision for the future of Nintendo. So this is being read from My Nintendo News, and it says, Nintendo will be getting a brand new president in June at around the same time as E3 in Los Angeles. The new president is Shantaro Furukawa. Speaking to investors, Mr. Furukawa explained what kind of company he wants Nintendo to become once he takes the reins of the beloved Kyoto-based video game company. And this is a quote from him. "The one thing we must never forget when running Nintendo is that we are a company that makes entertainment products and playthings, not necessities. It is a business where our mere existence could be quickly forgotten if consumers stopped considering our products to be fun and interesting," which is true. "No matter how the era or the environment changes, the essence of our business will not change. It is a high-risk business, so there will be times when business is good and times when business is bad. But I want to manage the company in a way that keeps us from shifting between joy and despair," which is good. As for the question of what kind of company I want to make of Nintendo, this is a company that continues to be an integrated hardware and software business in the world of dedicated video game platforms. We work hard to keep the odds of success in our favor, but there are times when things go well and times when they do not. This is a high-risk business by its very nature, and that will not change. But we need to be a company that continues to ask ourselves what we do to maintain our relationships with consumers and how we can leverage our ingenuity to mitigate the risks even a little bit and never come to the conclusion that there is nothing we can do." Okay, so I mean, I don't really know what to say for this. Like, I don't know.
He's kind of just saying the same thing several times.
He said the same thing. Yeah, he kind of doubled back again.
Right. Like, pretty much what he's saying is he just wants to maintain pretty much what they're already doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. And I think that's the reason why I don't really know how to feel about this. One thing that I do like what he said, though, is that he said something about maintaining the relationship with consumers. The fact that that is in his vocabulary is a good thing, I guess. So that's a good thing, making sure that they maintain a relationship with the consumers and making sure that they're continuously giving consumers what they want. But at the same time, if they continue on the path that they're going, they're also still, at this current juncture, not really giving everybody what they want. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with the Switch. I'm happy with the games that we're getting, but there's still a lot of other things for the Nintendo Switch that I really hope that will evolve and change. And I was really hoping, and that's not to say that this quote doesn't mean that this won't happen. But I was really hoping that somebody with a different set of ideals and morals would come in and try to shake up things a little bit from what they're currently doing, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm talking too much. Y'all take the reins. Y'all talk about it.
Okay, or whatever. Yeah, he kind of just talked in circles a little bit. He's saying how there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and how he wants to kind of just keep things going in the same direction, which is all well and good. Like, the Switch is obviously doing very well right now. They're kind of firing on all cylinders, and he seems to have some sort of plan in place to keep the first-party games coming on a consistent basis. Or that's why he was hired, because apparently he knows how to get the best out of the devs. So that's encouraging. Yeah. We'll have to wait to see what he does. Like, I'm not gonna say anything good or bad about him because I don't know him. Yeah. I don't know what he's done. I don't know if he's good or whatever. I'm assuming he's good because he was on the board of directors for Pokemon, and he was handpicked by Kimishima. And if Kimishima picked him, then like it is what it is. This guy's probably good, but we can't really say anything till he's done something.
Yeah. Exactly. It's kind of like I was mentioning before, it's kind of that apprehensive feeling because he's like the legit real deal president now. Yeah. It's not like how when Kimishima came into the fold and we know, okay, he's just gonna be here for a short time.
He's just temporary. My thing is like with what Kimishima has done in his temporary position is quite awesome. Yeah. And and it's just like, wow, now we got a quick shift in like, management, and everybody's pretty apprehensive, which, fair enough. It's a new step in a new direction. Kimishima picked him, so that's a plus. That's definitely awesome. He has some good qualities about him from what we've read, and he seems to want to do well for Nintendo, but you know, meaning well and actually doing well are two different things. Yeah, and we gotta wait, and it's at this point where we're playing that wait and see game again with Nintendo all over again. We have to wait, we have to see what he's gonna provide, what he's gonna do, what is new. He was talking about putting together a committee or something with him, with 5 people along with himself, putting a committee together to kind of round table ideas and suggestions about what to do with the game. So it's not all on him. It's more of a, you know, it's more of, hey, this is what we think we should do. Are you all in favor? Are you not? What do you want to add to it? What do you don't want to add to it? So I kind of like that idea that he's not going to just be the be all to, you know, the go-to guy that, you know, the end all be all. So I do like the fact that he's allowing some of that responsibility to be spread throughout the company. With other people, so it's so he can basically, you know, get some other ideas and options, because sometimes you just don't know. You know, sometimes you need some ideas to bounce some ideas off of, and if you have other people to work with you to do so, you can get more done that way as opposed to putting all the work on yourself. So he seems like he has a good head. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He seems like he has a good head, and he wants to do good by, you know, by Nintendo and by us. And
a good thing about this guy is, like, he is business oriented, much like Kimishima. He doesn't think like a game maker. In the position he's in, I think that's better to not think like a game maker, because you have people that are making the games. That's not your responsibility. Right. His responsibility is writing the ship, making deals, making things happen. And I think, if he is like Kimishima, I'm gonna assume at this point he's like Kimishima. Then that's a good thing, because Kimishima did a lot of good things for Nintendo. And the fact of the matter, he also said that he does play games and he is into like he is.
So that's good. He understands.
He's familiar with Nintendo. He grew up with Nintendo, but he's not a game developer.
But he's not the developer type. Yeah, so he'll have more of a business mindset to run.
Which is what they need.
Which is what we need. We need more of a business mindset. That whole being a game maker mindset wasn't working too well.
When you have a hardcore gamer in charge, you end up with the Xbox One. So I think we're good.
Okay, send all your hate mail to After Sending
Gaming. One thing that somebody mentioned in the chat that I didn't mention right away is that one of his favorite games on the Switch is Golf Story. So I guess he's a decent enough guy. He's got good taste in games. I don't know. I think what you guys mentioned, it kind of makes me feel a little bit better, to be honest, because I don't know. I think the unknown has got me kind of like nervous.
I mean, I was apprehensive at first too.
Right. Because it's like you go from this interim president, and to be fair, we always knew it was temporary.
Yeah.
But you go from for life. Right. But like you go from this interim president who put the Nintendo's brand back in everybody's mouths.
Right.
He put the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo brand at such a high point. And it's kind of like the sky was the limit with that guy. You know what I mean?
And now we got a new dude. What's next?
He really put the Nintendo brand on his back. And he did that thing. And he sold this thing. And this thing has been such a crazy success that it's kind of like, I just hope that this new person can continue to carry the Switch on his back in a similar fashion. And hopefully also in turn make it better by bringing some more modern takes, considering that he is a younger guy and that he does look at the world a little bit differently than an older guy like Kimishima did. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, there's just a lot of pressure on this dude right now, and I'm hoping that he can live up to that pressure. I think that's where I'm at.
And what's really cool is he's fluent in English as well.
Yeah, he's fluent in English, so he can understand the Western world.
I think we're going to see him at the Direct, too, because isn't he getting sworn in, or whatever it's called, before the E3?
No, I think so.
It's June 28th, and E3 will be over by then.
Oh, he's doing it after?
Yeah, he's getting sworn in after E3. It's
like but he still could make a showing. It's not like he's...
Yeah, he could.
I hope they bring him out to show Captain Toad, and he dresses up like Captain Toad.
That'd be cool.
No,
because he looks like Toad.
He's already a funny looking dude. Let's not do this.
Dude, he looks like Captain Toad. That shit blows my mind.
He's a funny looking guy. Like I don't like.
We need him to have a meme. Kimishima had a meme. We need him to have a meme.
Let me put it to you this way: when you got a haircut like this guy, he must have a funny personality.
Man, let me tell you.
I would love to know if he does have a personality.
I'm just glad that freaking Koizumi is becoming one of the faces of Nintendo because he is the most swagged out
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Like, he's got good fashion sense. He's cool. Like, I just love that guy. Let him just
You know, like, Miyamoto tries to get this dude to wear, like, suspenders or some shit.
Right? Like Miyamoto, go be a nerd elsewhere. Koizumi is that guy. Don't leave him alone. Like,
Koizumi's gonna walk and steal your wife real quick.
Right? Like, Koizumi is that suave guy that'll come and flirt with your
he's
wife
the
real
Waluigi
quick.
of the Nintendo headquarters.
Yeah.
Like, now you've been sleeping with my wife? Yes, I have.
Yeah, he is basically.
And I showed her that HD Rumble.
He's like the suave, cool guy. He's like the Billy D. Williams of Japan right now.
She was playing with my Joy-Con.
Oh!
Like when he first came on the set, when they announced the Switch at that January event, like he had that suave ass suit. Like, he had the collar up. I was like, this dude is so... He's swagged out. I love him. Okay? Anyways, let's move on to these questions, because that's funny, man.
No,
I'm not gonna hate on this new president, but he do look like Toad, bro.
Well, he just need to come out like Toad. We're all good. We're all Gucci after that.
He needs Koizumi to give him a makeover. That's what he needs. Like, we need to get him a swagged out 3-piece suit like the home Koizumi, man. Alright, so let's go into these questions, man. So the first question is from Matthew Pipes. He says, what is y'all conclusion on this bum ass of a company, Game Vice, trying to prohibit Switches coming to Nintendo America?
Wait,
What's
what?
going on with Game Vice?
Remember a few months ago we heard about these guys are trying to sue Nintendo because they claim they made the Joy-Con of taking the controllers on and off. So that's come back to the light, I guess, because FTC or whoever, they're actually going to say, okay, we're going to take a look at this now.
Yeah.
So basically, these guys are patent trolls. They're just trying to use frivolous patents and try to get Nintendo to pay them, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, they were the ones who were trying to get onto them for the Joy-Cons, right?
It's the same people. So what they want to do is make it so Nintendo can no longer ship the Switches to North America.
What is their deal? Like
they're just trying to make money. Like they just
want to make money. They have no case.
So like, there's two things that'll either happen. One, it makes it to court and Nintendo wins because obviously their patent doesn't match up to what Nintendo's doing. Or two, Nintendo's just gonna give them hush money and tell them to fuck off.
Oh man, I hope that they don't win because sometimes
they won't win. Like I've seen their patent. It's different. Like their controller was a U shape. It doesn't slide on with rails. It's very different. So like they're not gonna win if it goes to court. But like maybe Nintendo doesn't even want the bad press at all, so they might pay them off. Like we don't know, right? But either way, like it's not gonna stop the Switch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Us as end users won't notice any difference.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just people trying to make a quick buck.
What do they call them? They call them like patent trolls.
The patent trolls, yeah.
They
patent a lot of stuff and wait for somebody to stumble upon it that looks similar, and then they try to sue them for it.
That's
they just patent a bunch of random things, and when something comes along that's remotely similar, they're, gotcha, bitch! And then
they'll just come out of the woodworks. Oh, that's our patent. And you're like, no,
exactly. And then they try to sue you.
That's wild.
But like, if Nintendo wanted to, like, honestly, Nintendo could draw this out in court and bankrupt this company if they wanted to.
They really could, and it would be the ugliest bankruptcy in history too.
Because they don't have enough money to be doing all this all the time. They just have just enough to go to court and win their case, or
this ain't Wii U Nintendo. This is Switch Gang money Nintendo.
Right? We ain't got time for
big money gang.
Like if they had did it during the Wii U era, maybe they might have had something, but.
If they did it to the Wii U, Nintendo would be like, why? Ain't nobody want this shit.
I know, right? Like, well, good riddance. That gives us...
they would have given them hush money and been like, leave us
But yeah, they can't deal with the Switch Gang money. Like, Nintendo would just bankrupt them.
Ain't got time for that.
Alright, so next question. Let's see. Real Gamer, do you think Pokemon...
You ain't even gonna answer his question?
Nintendo Labo is a non-factor. I don't know why people keep talking about it. It is a children's toy. Why do y'all still talk? Why do y'all still talk? It's not... I'm not even hating on a Labo. I actually like the idea of Labo. Labo was not made for us. Why do y'all keep talking about it? Stop talking about Labo. It wasn't made for us. It's made
That's
for
true.
my niece in 3 years. Like, chill. Alright, back to the real topic. Do you think Pokemon and Animal Crossing are coming out this year? I think it's a good chance that Pokemon and Animal Crossing are coming out this year because Animal Crossing Mobile has already been said to be working crossplay, or not crossplay, but to be working in conjunction with Animal Crossing. So I'm of the opinion that we're getting an Animal Crossing sooner than we think.
I think we're getting Pokemon for sure. Animal Crossing is, I would say, 70% chance. I put more stock into Pikmin coming this year.
Ooh, don't even tease me like that. Don't even, because I have an inkling, no pun intended, that Pikmin 4 was that Pikmin we got on 3DS. I feel like Miyamoto is just that daft.
he wouldn't have called that a full-on Pikmin game, though. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Miyamoto be on some crazy
other stuff.
Yeah, he be on some other stuff.
Let's
I
hope
want
that's
to believe that Pikmin 4 is a real Pikmin, but I can't trust Miyamoto at this point in time.
I'll put it this way: I would gladly have Animal Crossing and Pikmin sacrificed so I could have a real Star Fox.
Man, let me tell you, because Star Fox Zero, I wasn't effing with it.
That game made me sad.
I still think that we're getting a real Star Fox, though. I don't think Star Fox Zero was the death of Star Fox. I just think that somebody else is going to be heading the project instead of Miyamoto.
Well,
they'll just let Platinum do it on their own this time.
Yeah,
just give it all to Platinum and let them have at the.
They might as well. They're giving Metroid to somebody else. They might as well just give Star Fox to Platinum.
Let the C tier, B tier games get passed on to other devs.
Why not?
Let the A team hit that.
Yeah, because
the A team can work on the good stuff.
We need a real Star Fox. Like I knew Star Fox Zero was gonna be garbage because I actually got a chance to see it up close before it came out. Nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that game is terrible. I beat that game in one sitting.
I watched your stream and it was great, by the way. I watched the whole thing.
He looked so bored though when he was playing.
Yes, he did. His commentary
was so bored.
Great.
He was just like, "Oh my god, when is this over?"
His commentary was great. It's an old stream, but go watch Alex's Star Fox Zero stream on his channel right now. It's great. His commentary. So his commentary had me rolling. It was a great time at work.
He was mad as hell.
Yes, he was. Oh my god, it was great. And watching him wrestle with the controls, it was amazing. I loved it.
Really?
I loved it. I personally loved it. I didn't buy the game, but it was great seeing him play it.
The game was awful.
Let me see. What else is here? Y'all got a couple of questions here that I'm having a hard time keeping up. My bad. Okay. Out of the 7 Smash 4 DLC characters, Mewtwo, Lucas, Roy, Ryu, Cloud, Corrin, and Bayo, which top 5 do you hope makes a return on Smash Switch? Bayonetta, of course.
Bayonetta, definitely.
She's the only one in this list who matters, to be honest.
Lucas and Corrin can kick rocks.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, actually, just get rid of Roy. Lucas and Corrin and everybody else can.
Bayonetta definitely needs to stay because at this point she's a Nintendo character.
And the best part is everyone hates her in Smash, so that's my.
Oh my gosh,
everyone hates her.
So many people.
She triggers so many people.
I don't know why. Like, they act like she's like way better than all the other characers.
I mean,
well, because when she first came out, before she got her nerf, she was killing. Her combos were outrageous. Nobody could beat it.
Was it like her witch time or something like that? Like people didn't.
Yeah, no, her combos. They nerfed her combos, and then everybody started screaming about her witch time. So they gave her witch time a slight nerf, and she's just still unbeatable. Like they just whining because these so-called people can't fucking get their shit.
Man, let's go play Melee and shut up.
Right?
Oh man.
Go play a real fighting game and stop whining over a damn party fighter. Shit.
That's
how about that?
Yesik, I don't know how you say that.
Yesik.
Do you think there will be a direct before E3?
It depends. I don't see what they gotta show us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so because the only big games coming out from now to then is ports.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they already kind of sort of explained.
Because the only big game is the next one is Mario Aces, and that's after E3.
Yeah. So.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
VG Mobster, what dormant Nintendo franchises will be revived at this year's E3?
Good God, let it be Star Fox.
But is Star Fox dormant though?
It's dormant. Star Fox Zero never happened.
A dormant franchise. Well, I mean, if you want to say that, then I'm gonna say Pikmin.
Yeah,
I mean, they both had a game last gen.
You had Pikmin on Wii U.
You had Star Fox on Wii U.
Where? Right? Prove it.
You have it. You still have it. I've seen you streaming
Oh my god.
it.
Nobody played it. Nobody bought it. It doesn't exist.
So it's a dormant franchise.
Wow. Bought it. It exists.
I mean, does Metroid count? I mean, it's
we are getting Metroid though.
I know, but he says, he said revived. My bad, not shown. A dormant franchise to be revived.
Man, they want us to say fucking F-Zero.
Kid Icarus or something.
I don't care about F-Zero, to be honest.
F-Zero can kick rocks.
F-Zero is just not going to be popular, you guys. It hasn't been popular for ages.
I would rather get
They need to do some serious. Okay, look, put it like this. If
I don't know
they
if I would call Kid Icarus dormant,
they have to
though.
do some off the cuff stuff.
This dude said arms.
Oh,
damn.
Arms is dead, bro.
Oh, Advance Wars.
It came and it left.
Yeah.
Arms was a good idea, but they needed to add more to it to make it have that lasting effect.
I'm good with Kid Icarus or Advance Wars.
But is Kid Icarus dormant though?
Yes.
Yeah,
Uprising.
When did that one on 3DS come out?
Like 2013.
Yeah, it's dormant.
That's what, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah. And it was on the 3DS. It didn't even make a major.
I guess.
I would say one that we really need because it's a genre that Nintendo doesn't have a lot of right now.
Advance Wars would be better, I guess.
I would love that, but I'm good with Fire Emblem, to be honest, with strategy games from Nintendo. Eternal Darkness, because they don't have any horror games.
Those don't sell well.
Can I get another Last Story?
Oh,
that's not made by Nintendo though.
It's not.
I know, but I still want one.
They can give somebody some money to make.
Like, give somebody some money. Yo, make another Lost Story real quick, yo.
I wish.
That would be
I would even
Pandora's
settle for.
Tower.
I would settle for an HD remake of.
Here's one that's dormant. I want Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh gosh.
That's a dormant game.
Oh my god.
We need Mario. Mario's dormant.
Oh my god, how much more Mario can you
Wait, what was it? What did you say? You wanted an HD remake of what, Alex?
Last Story.
That would be
Last
great.
Story, yeah.
That would be great.
It's a good game.
Actually, Wario Land would be good too.
That'd be
nice. That's a
not WarioWare, those stupid ass mini
Wario
games.
Land.
Wario Land, yeah.
Wario Land. Oh.
I want another Rhythm Heaven too.
Let's see. I would love a Rhythm Heaven.
Cell phone games.
Rhythm Heaven is so cute though.
It's so good.
Whatever. Let us
might as well play that shit inside a Labo Fort.
Let us have our cute games, and you get to have your Star Fox. Whatever.
You have your cute game. It's called Kirby All-Star Allies or whatever the fuck it was called.
No,
I was excited for that game, but I was like,
I played it. I beat it.
What is it?
I'll wait.
Kirby.
I'll wait.
It was a good game. It's just too short, too easy.
It's too short and easy. Like it's your basic Kirby game.
Otherwise, it's a good game though.
I just need Kirby to like step up his game. Like I just need them to stop treating Kirby like he's a kiddie game when he had a game that's
always been though.
Yeah, but like but Kirby 64 wasn't that kiddie type of game.
That's true. Kirby Superstar did have a little challenge too.
Kirby Superstar is way harder.
Yeah. I think over time they've kind of made it more of like a more accessible version.
That's one of their more entry level.
It's more entry level games. Like Kirby should not be entry level.
There's no reason they can't have a more difficult mode though.
Yeah, they can add more difficulty to that game.
I still think that we need a game, a Kirby game along the lines of Crystal Shards. To me, that's one of the most underrated. That's like one of the most underrated Kirbys.
That's my favorite Kirby game.
It's one of my favorite after Superstar. I love Crystal Shards.
Yeah, Crystal Shards is very good.
Muhammad Alavi says, "What was the most underwhelming Nintendo announcement fans got too overhyped for?"
Labo.
From when?
The most underwhelming Nintendo
this generation or what?
Probably just all time.
Okay, Nintendo Labo.
Labo.
Did fans really get hyped for that?
Yo, man, the videos I've seen of people pretending to be excited for Labo are some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they were super excited, and I'm just like, it's just cardboard, y'all.
I've seen people hype up Labo for months, and then when they bought it and opened it, they fucking gave up on midstream.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen anybody excited for Labo. Like, I've heard people say,
I've seen a lot of it.
like it's a cool idea, but I haven't seen anybody like, oh my god.
I've seen like grown men like legit super excited.
Grown ass men sit here like hype as fuck for some Labo when they
why
said Labo is for kids.
Your Nightbot talks?
Yeah, your Nightbot has an attitude, is what it has. It needs to chill.
Oh shit! Your Nightbot's telling these people to pay up.
Yeah, your Nightbot is out here.
Your Nightbot is a goddamn goon. He's a thug.
He's out here thugging folks like, hey yo, give us that money.
He said you better pay up or I'll block your ass.
My Nightbot is too savage.
Hey y'all, you heard Nightbot, pay up.
The next question from Muhammad Alavi is, what is the next Nintendo franchise you want to go to mobile? And he said,
Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, that shit can go to mobile.
Actually,
you can put the full game on mobile and never bring it to Switch. I'll be happy.
I mean, I wouldn't mind as long as we get one.
What's the difference? It's all touchscreen shit anyways.
Hey, I don't care, dude. I don't care. I just want.
I'm just saying that way you can have the full experience on your phone and keep.
No, I don't play on my phone. I want it on the Switch.
Now you can. Put it on the phone.
It's gonna be on Switch. Put it on the Switch just to annoy Alex.
No.
And then I won't even buy it. I'll just be like, it's on the Switch. I'm not even buying it. It's just there.
The only game I would play on my cell phone from Nintendo is a Waluigi voice simulator.
Oh my god! If you could, whenever you talk, you sound like
every time you talk. You just sound like Waluigi.
That actually sounds amazing.
I want one too.
Amazing
I would
thing
do
ever.
that shit all the time, and then I would turn it into
and I would pay the premium of $9.99.
No way!
I would do it.
No way!
I would do it. Sound like Waluigi. Just say a bunch of random shit in Waluigi voice.
That sounds.
Just say like super serious, real things, and it's gonna be in Waluigi's voice.
That sounds.
You don't understand.
So you will say like Kratos quotes and like Waluigi.
She'll be like, boy.
What is one of the first bits of advice you get from him? Free.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
There you go. Do not be sorry. Be better. But in Waluigi's voice, it's amazing.
Wow.
Alright, you guys. I'm gonna take 2 more questions and then I'm gonna bounce up out of here. Matthew Pipe says, my last question. Even though Nintendo killed it at E3 last year with only 25 minutes, should they extend the minutes this year to up to like 50 minutes? Or are y'all cool with 25 minutes as long as they surprise us?
I mean, I'm okay with whatever time they need to give us the information they need to give us, and as long as it's good, E3 showing. Like, don't be just making up. Don't give us
fuck that.
long hours.
It better be longer.
Like, I want a longer one. I want
yeah.
Be excessively long just for the sake of being
long.
I
want it to be an
Show
hour.
me what you got. Give me what you need to give me, and make it exciting. But don't be extending the length just because you want to prove a point or something that ain't really.
I want them to make it a big extravaganza. I want them to go on stage and do that.
And if they can do that in 25 minutes, I prefer 25 minutes.
Well, not on stage. You know what I mean? Like when they would get on video, when they would talk a little bit. Like I like that stuff.
I would like them to be longer, though.
I like that stuff too, but I think that Nintendo has learned the art of not really showing less, but understanding that less is more. Sometimes
you just don't need all that extra stuff.
Instead of having people come out and talk, like just showing us trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer, like that gets the job done too.
Yeah, but that's not special.
That's true. I know what you mean. Like you want.
Like I want the big show.
If they're just gonna do that, honestly, all they would have to do is upload separate videos on YouTube and call it a day.
That's true.
Like I want them to give us a show,
right?
But I don't want it to be for no reason,
right?
Because this is not a normal direct.
Right.
This is the big one. This is the Super Bowl for them.
So make it special. Make it a show. Make it.
I don't mind the fast way they do it for the normal directs because that's like whatever. But like this is the big one where you're supposed to get all your stuff. Like, I like when they come out and talk, like, explain a little bit about the game a little more. Because sometimes they show a game, you see, like, a 1-minute trailer, they don't explain anything. And then just move on to the next one.
Right.
And then you're, like, confused about it. And then for the treehouse, they usually will show you more about it. Just, like, not everybody sticks around for the treehouse.
People don't have, like, 48 hours to just sit and just watch the treehouse.
Yeah, the treehouse is too damn long.
That's what I said. That not everybody is gonna go and watch the treehouse at the end of that.
Right.
So like for E3 for me is yes, I want them to get on their stage to perform, do what they do, explain their games, all that good stuff, show us the trailers and stuff. But I don't want it to be excessively long for the sake of being long. If they're just gonna be talking about random stuff.
For example, like the one I feel puts on the best show is Xbox. I feel they have the right amount of talking and the right amount of games. They don't show a lot of exclusive games, but the way they do their show, I feel, out of the three is the best.
Yeah, yeah. I get that. You know, I agree to an extent. Like, I would love for them to come out with this big flashy show. This is our E3 event. We're going to give you bangers. We're going to give you some information. We're going to show you our faces. I love that stuff too. But at the same time, like, I'm more, Nintendo's the best when it comes down to entertaining us.
Yeah.
With showing us game things. So I agree, like, for example, the one robot chicken thing. That was amazing.
Yeah, because you remember that time Reggie came out and he fucking eye lasered that dude and exploded him? That shit was hilarious.
That was amazing. I love that stuff. But at the same time, I think that I've gotten to a point where I just want to know the information. Like, just tell me the stuff.
Man, like, I don't know.
I agree with you. I think
that takes the fun out of it.
I agree with you.
For E3, I like when they have the kids with robot chicken stuff. And all. Like, those things for E3 is perfectly fine, great, I love it. And at the same time, I want them to kind of just, like, show their games. But at the same time, I also want some explanation for games that they don't have an explanation in their trailer. Right. So if it's
or like Ruby's talking about the puppets. That puppet shit was awesome.
Like those things are fun. I don't mind them doing that. Definitely go out.
I guess it's because I like wrestling, so I look at it as
show.
I like the showmanship. I like the rest. This is like WrestleMania as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing.
I feel like just trailer after trailer after trailer is just so basic.
Yeah,
it's the easy way out. It's definitely the easy way out. It's like we got.
It's a safe show.
Yeah,
it's very safe.
I agree with that. I'm not saying that I disagree.
Because you remember when Iwata fought Reggie? You remember that?
Yeah, that was great. Those are fun things.
You're telling me that's not fire?
No, it's great. I love that stuff. I love all of that stuff. But I would be okay with a condensed show. But I do love that stuff, and I agree with what you're saying, and I hope that they do that stuff. But if they don't do it, I won't be disappointed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I agree with you.
I feel like the format change was a Kimishima thing.
Why you say that? Because why?
Because he's more business oriented. I don't feel like he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to throw information out and make it condensed and be done with it.
Yeah.
Because like that format change basically came about when he came in.
That's true. Because I mean,
and while I like the format change for smaller shows, I don't know. I don't like it for the big show.
I agree. Yeah. I could see why you say that. I agree. And like a lot of people didn't really like the whole puppets thing that one year, but I love that.
That was the best part of that whole show.
I grew up with Sesame Street. I know a lot of these kids are young, so they don't know. But I grew up with Sesame Street. I grew up with the Muppets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. But some people
they know Arlo. They know Arlo. He's a puppet.
But we're not like super old, but like we're on that spectrum where we grew up with certain stuff and certain people didn't. So we see a puppet on TV and we're like, oh my god, that reminds me of Sesame Street. That reminds me of the Muppets. I love this. But then you got those other people like, this is whack because it's puppets. You know, like they don't get it. But I like that stuff too. So don't get me wrong, I love it. So the last question we're gonna have for tonight is from Pugsley, and Pugsley says,
"That is a funny name.
I love it. Do you think we would get a Mario Party game on the Switch? I think eventually we will, and it's probably not going to have online."
Have they ever skipped a console?
I don't think they have they?
Yeah, I think that's always been on console, right? Even the Wii U one.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. For Mario Party, I cannot. If I can play with other people online.
If Mario Party comes to Switch and it doesn't have online, it's dead to me.
Relax, you're paying for online. Mario Party's gonna have
Mario
online.
Party better have online, or it's a dead franchise. Period.
Okay, calm down, lady.
it just can't keep going forward with couch potato bullshit. Like,
but even more so, they need to get rid of that everyone stuck in the car nonsense.
No, get rid of that. That needs to go.
That ruined Mario Party.
Yes, that ruined Mario Party.
Let's all drive in a car. Like, why? I don't want to drive.
The last Mario Party was Mario Party 8 on the Wii. That was the last good one.
I can't believe we've had 10 already.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I want Mario Party to come to the Switch, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Mario Party's fun. It's just like, get rid of the car.
Take them out of the car and then have
and add the online.
You know how amazing it would be for us to stream Mario Party?
Like, oh my god, live.
Oh, we would ask Real to play with us, but you know, it's not an Xbox, so he won't show up.
Oh no! No!
Well, I mean, one of them is green, so maybe.
So Real would not play Mario Party with us if it was online confirmed.
Oh, dang.
You guys heard it here on Team Red. So I guess we could ask Unforgiven or Matthew or somebody to take his place because he's gonna.
Or maybe even Muhammad, the bot who plays more Nintendo games than Real.
The Xbox guy plays more Nintendo Switch with us than Real Gamer. Now that is a hot take, guys. That is a hot take.
The exposure today is.
The exposure
well, you
is
see,
unreal.
it's not in 4K, so I can't go back.
So you heard it here, folks.
And remember, send all your hate mail.
If Mario Party 11 comes to Switch and it has online, pay attention to who was ducking and who was not.
Put them ducks in the chat.
Put those ducks in the chat if y'all already know who the duck gonna be. Put them ducks in the chat if you know who that duck gonna be. That's all I'm gonna say. He ain't ready for this. If he can't
put your ducks out,
bro. If he can't handle the salt of Mario Kart, he sure as heck can't handle the salt of Mario Party.
Oh,
put the ducks out, and we got Mario Tennis.
He gonna be ducking in Mario Tennis too.
Oh, definitely.
He's definitely gonna be a duck.
There we go. There the ducks.
I'm gonna be
quack,
destroying fools in Mario Tennis.
Oh my god.
There you go. Quack, motherfucking quack.
Quack.
Now, because of this whole conversation, now I really need Mario Party to come to the Switch.
I needed to have a line, baby. I needed to happen. I know it's coming to Switch. I ain't worried about that. It's coming. That is like a no-brainer, but I need to have a line. We'll blame the PC on why he can't play with y'all.
Matthew is off the chain.
This dude is awesome. He's my new PC brother.
He'll blame the PC on why he can't play. Oh my god. Shout outs to Real Gamer 27. Go check out his channel. But he is a duck and it is what it is.
He is family, but we always be fucking with him. So.
There you go.
That's just how it go.
Oh yeah, he'll say something like that, Muhammad. I won't play.
Oh no, Nightbot's out. Nightbot's mad. Somebody done did something.
Oh shit, Ruby got banned.
Ran him up. What happened?
What the hell did
Ruby got banned?
What?
Not banned. I mean, whatever. She got blocked for a sec.
Oh no, she got timed out.
She got timed out for putting ducks.
Everybody put ducks out.
Oh my god.
It must know you like Sonic.
Don't hate Nightbot because they're putting ducks in the chat. I allow it. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that.
Nightbot out here tripping.
Nightbot's a Nazi bot. What the hell?
Yes, Nightbot is
Nazi bot. Nightbot out here like, fuck these ducks.
I know, right? We can't even have like casual ducks in the chat. Like,
hey, low key, Nightbot's on real slide. That's why you try out here.
I see what's going on.
Ducks, that's what's going on.
Nightbot's a bot. That's why.
He's a bot. That makes sense.
It's cool. I see you.
It is what it is.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. It's been an actually pretty good podcast considering we only had 3 topics. I mean, free. I mean, that's crazy. I didn't think we were going to pull it off.
Why don't we spend an hour down playing God of War? How about that?
I'd rather play God of War than down play it, if you know what I mean.
Man. It's got a story! It can't be good!
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, I don't have
It's
time.
just jokes. Relax.
Come on, man. That ain't right. Come on.
For it to be doing stuff like that, I don't know. Who does that? You don't play your games? You mad? You just out here mad?
That is wild.
I don't understand. Like, if you claim to be a gamer, you would be playing these games instead of worrying about who has what.
I just made a joke. She took it real.
Hey, I'm team good games. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying, like, what we out here arguing about games for? Let's play.
Yeah, it's too many good games out here, man.
Is there really somebody out there doing that?
Mario Kart's a good game too for people who know how to drift bang bang.
But they duck that game.
No, Alex. Oh,
what did I even say? What did I even say?
Oh, Nightbot out here being a shield for money.
God damn, Nightbot.
Alright, you guys, we're getting out of
Nightbot
here.
is a damn thug. He's shaking people down for money.
He's shaking them for money and they can't even post ducks. Damn.
Nightbot's like, fuck you, pay me.
I gotta figure out how to fix that, to be honest, because I don't remember how.
I'm sure there's some.
I don't even have Nightbot on mine.
Yeah, I turned my stuff off.
My Nightbot was just like too mean.
I had Nightbot on for 1 minute. He already said
my Nightbot was like YouTube, blocking everyone to see and shit.
I gotta figure out how to get that spam protection off. Let's see. Repetitions. This filter allows you to time out users who repeat words or phrases. Let's take that off because
maybe that's what it is.
We gotta have our ducks in the chat. Like that's gotta be a thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. So try to put ducks in the chat, y'all.
Whack.
I want to see if that fixed it.
You gotta put multiple ones.
Try to put more
Multiple
than 10 because I think it was like 10. It was like you
is that what it
more
is?
than 10 or something like that.
I don't think it'll block me since I'm a.
You're a mod, so it might.
Yeah, it won't work.
Let me try to put like 100. I'm gonna fill up my 200 things here.
Put 50 ducks in a row, y'all.
There we go. 200 ducks.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, you're a mod. I don't know how.
So is Matthew though. So Muhammad did a bunch.
Well, what's Muhammad did it already, so it didn't do.
Muhammad is not a mod. So okay, good. Okay.
All right, it looks like it's okay now.
All right,
yeah.
looks like we got Nightbot under control for now, but he's still gonna shake you down for money.
So whenever you guys go to Real Gamers channel, specifically when he decides to stream when we have Team Red, make sure that you guys throw them ducks in the chat.
Don't say nothing. Just throw ducks and leave it alone. Don't say nothing else. If he don't wonder why them ducks is there, don't even say nothing. Just he'll pretend like he don't know. He'll pretend like he don't know, but just throw them ducks in there.
He'll pretend he'll say some shit about checking his receipts or some dumb shit.
Like,
he knows what it's for.
We know your receipts, okay? When we look on the Switch, we see
your receipts got cracked.
We know your receipts. They all say Microsoft.
And they all on your Switch. They all say Minecraft. They all say Splatoon 2.
And they all say my wife and kids play my Switch.
There you go. Freaking real. Anyway,
like, you do know you can get another Switch.
And you told me I was being toxic.
You know what? You're right. I'm tripping.
I'm a bad influence.
My bad. It's hard. It's Real Gamer. It's hard not to.
Like everybody posts on at him.
We gotta put those ducks in the chat when he's out here exposing himself. That's all I'm saying.
Also, don't forget on Discord, you can throw some ducks on Discord.
Oh, definitely give him ducks on Discord.
You can throw ducks on Discord. Make sure y'all do that as well. He knows what it means, guys. He knows.
He knows. All those ducks are for him.
Alright,
y'all, let's go. I want to go and get ready for bed in a bit.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming through. I know it's been a minute since we had a podcast. We apologize for that. Last week I was out of commission. Week before that, there wasn't really a whole lot of Nintendo things to talk about. Normally we try to replace those days with either just a regular topic day, but I think it was slow for gaming just in general that week.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Generally, we like to avoid trying to make up, news if there ain't no news. So if you don't,
game day or something.
Or just do a game day or something.
So we just didn't get around to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Alex, go ahead and give your outro.
I just first, before I get my outro, shoutouts to Miguel Rose. He finally traded in his Wii U. Thank you, brother. It's a dog shit console. But yeah, what's going on, people? Activeson, here's another week of Team Red Talks Nintendo. This is a fun episode. Yes, I apologize we weren't here last week. I know you miss our voices. I know you miss our wonderful opinions. I know you miss our jokes and the way we make you laugh. But we're back, and we'll be back next week. Tune in Monday. These two scrubs didn't show up. But Monday, we have Mario Kart every Monday. And next week should be fun as well. I'll have another $10 gift card as a prize for you people.
I'm so sorry that I missed out on.
Speaking of ducks, you can throw some ducks up for me because I purposely ducked. I didn't want to play, but
yeah, I was well aware of that.
Oh, I know. I just didn't want to. I wasn't in the mood.
I actually wanted to do this one because I wanted to do the brother one, but my back was just not.
She has a better. Yeah, she had a better read. I'm not play. So, but I'll be here next week. I won't be ducking, but you can throw some quack ducks out there for me, and I'll take them humbly because that's just what I do. But I had wanted to stream God of War, but once I got into it, it was just too late to stream it. So I apologize, guys. I don't know if y'all want to see me stream what I got going on right now, but I'm a little late.
I don't like streaming those story games.
I don't think I'm going to stream that until I'm done with it.
Like, I wanted to do a first impression stream at the very least and continue on by myself, but which I normally do, but I just got into the game and just forget about it.
Like, when it comes to story games, I get distracted by the chat and I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
So I don't like streaming story games.
So I mean, if you guys want,
finished it, I would stream.
Yeah.
If you want to see me stream God of War from where I'm, trust and believe I'm not going to continue too long because I'm already too far into the game. So it'll spoil things for you. So I would advise you probably not hit me up and just let me finish the game, and maybe I'll stream it just to stream it on a harder difficulty so y'all can laugh at me dying a lot. But yeah, so far I'm just gonna finish up some God of War. Maybe I'll stream the Uncharted Lost Legacy since I haven't even gotten around to that. Finally I can get to it.
Damn, you still haven't played that game yet?
I still haven't played that game. God of War came out.
God damn, Bear just beat that game today. You got beat by Bear!
That's wild.
I don't care, but that's one game. How many games that he hasn't touched? Question mark. I ain't worried about him. I don't care. I ain't worried about him. But, yeah, so you can catch me on Coupon Strives and Coupon YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, and Facebook. Just look up Coupon. I'm usually the only one there.
I would say follow me on YouTube, but YouTube won't show you my videos.
YouTube don't like him. He got banned, so.
I have people that came in here right now that was like, I didn't even know you were streaming. I didn't get a notification. Or your stream was way at the bottom of the list.
YouTube is so fun.
YouTube does not notify nobody for nothing. Yeah. You gotta hit that little bell on the side of where it says subscribe, hit that bell, and then...
Here's some sad news. I'm gonna end it with some sad news.
Oh, no.
What's his name? Cynical Brit. I always forget his name. That YouTuber guy. He has to quit YouTube because his health has gotten so bad.
Yeah, I've heard. Total Biscuit, I think.
Total Biscuit.
Yeah, Total Biscuit.
That's sad.
A lot worse. That's
that guy is out here doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, he really was. I watched his channel a lot too. Aww. It's unfortunate. So send your prayers out to him. Hopefully he gets better. Sure. That is unfortunate. But that's it. So.
All right. So,
and go watch Avengers. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll get around to that.
God damn it.
Hopefully this week.
I'm not gonna lie, just real quick, I like Avengers, but I'm not as emotional as everybody else about it.
Huh?
You know why? You know what? We'll talk about it off stream because
you read the comics already.
I don't want to spoil it. No, it has nothing to do with the comics.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it.
Well, I need to get off of here so you don't spoil it for me.
Yeah. So. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for coming to Team Red Talks. You'll see us next week for Mario Kart Madness Monday and another episode of Team Red Talks on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys again, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Ducks out.